Yo, what's good everyone? It is GlitchXCity here, and today I'll be giving you guys my NCPL Season 4 Week 2 matchup against JP, coach of the Peniche Primarinas. And as you guys can see on your screen, if you didn't watch the last battle that we had against Nick, coach of the Chicago Muse, you should definitely check that out. Though in the end, you should probably just skip ahead because last part was pretty interesting to say the least. But nonetheless, we did lose in our first week, which is honestly not that surprising considering that in most of the leagues I've been, I've lost the first week and I've managed to bounce back in some way. So hopefully that's the same case in this league, because I've already had a couple of my matches and I can guarantee say that this is probably like the hardest league or most difficult league I've ever been in. No offense to like any other players I've gone up against in previous leagues, but other than that, we're 0-1 -2. Lost to Toxic Stall Glycero with Substitute, but you know what? We're gonna try and jump back and get into this, but I'm not gonna go any further. If you wanna check out JP, I'm gonna see if he has a Twitter or YouTube. I'm gonna try and ask him or something. It'll be in the description if it's even there. If you have it, yeah. If you're new here, oh my god. If you're new here, my name is GlitchXCity, and I just do a lot of league content. I try to like extend and expand into other stuff, but I don't really have the time. But don't get me wrong, I try. But other than that, let's get right into this. I'm gonna get right into this team builder, and after that we'll get into the battle. But first up, oh my god, you guys can already see some of the heat that we're about to bring this week. Like, the heat is too real for me not to bring. But before we get into Skrillex the Noivern, we're gonna get into JP's whole 14 Pokemon draft team. I'm still kind of surprised that they allow 14 Pokemon. It's still kind of insane. But JP has a really interesting team. He has Mega Galley, very fast Mega at base 110, hits very hard. He could run SD, bulk up, Shadow Sneak. I don't even know. Does it get Shadow Sneak? I'm pretty sure it does. Knockoff and all that other cool stuff. Elemental Punches. He has No Guard, Lycanroc, Midnight. My favorite Lycanroc farm. I don't care what anyone says. Banded. Always hits Stone Edge. Is a freaking monster. Stealth Rocks is cool. There's a lot of stuff you can run with Lycanroc. I know it doesn't get that much, but it's pretty cool. He has Komodo. Of course, Commonium Z or whatever is banned because Screw Clangers, Blaze, or whatever the hell it's called. He has Chandelure. Very hard hitting. Base 80. Fire type, Ghost type, could be pretty cheeky with like Choice Scarf Trick. He has Crocodile, very threatening, could be physically offensive, or it could be defensive with Intimidate. It does get Moxie, Pursuit, Knockoff, Earthquake, pretty decent coverage. He has Serena with the Queenly Majesty. Pretty bulky grass type overall. Not that decent speed tier. It does get Rapid Spin and Synthesis. Gets Knockoff. Now I am pretty sure Player off High Jump Kick, really good coverage. He has Tentacruel, very fast, base 100 speed. Pretty bulky Spadef wall, honestly, and it could be physically defensive considering how high Spadef naturally is. It does get Toxic Spikes, Knockoff Scald. Could be offensive with SD, which I have ran before, but in all efforts I failed. Tapu Lele, it is Telepathy. We've allowed Telepathy. I don't even know if that's like even released officially, but since this is Showdown, it doesn't really matter. But definitely he's not gonna have Psychic Surge, but he still could run Psychic Terrain if he wanted to, if he really wanted to. He has Magnezone. Magnezone is a pretty slow but pretty bulky electric type. Is 4 times weak to ground type moves, but run that air balloon and you're pretty much covered. And like, I don't know, his team's pretty much good. He has a Honchkrow, very slow but really hard hitting and really high HP stat. Honchkrow does get Pursuit like Crocodile, gets Brave Bird, really hard flying stab. Also Zoroark. This man has 3 freaking dark types. Like, why? Illusion could be pretty nasty considering we're not even on DS, so like I can't even tell. I would have to pay attention to like HP and status and all that crap. He has a Vikavolt, another really slow electric type but really effective. He could run Agility, pretty good coverage, and he also has Claydol, another Stealth Rocker, another Rapid Spinner. That's decent. And then he also has Ambipom, last but not least. Ambipom could run on multiple things, Banded, Tail Slap, Scaling for all I know, or just Switcheroo with some choice item, I don't know. Fake Out, who knows? I don't even know what Ambipom runs anymore. I don't really run that set anymore. But first up, we have Skrillex the Noivern with the Power Herb. We got the Frisk because Noivern be peeping up on what you guys got. You got Acrobatics, U-Turn, Sky Attack, HP, Ground. Sky Attack is my main stab. It's basically going to be a one-time thing, but once I get a Sky Attack off, assuming I land it, this Noivern could actually do a lot to his team. Other than like Lycanroc and Magnezone, I do pretty good damage to everything on his team. I could HP ground the Lycanroc. If not, I can just U-turn out. I can Acrobatics or Sky Attack the Galley. If I can Sky Attack the Galley, take that out. I got a base 110 boosted Acrobatics stab. I hit the Serena really hard. I can Sky Attack that. I can U-turn the Crocodile if it's defensive. I can Acrobatics if it's really low. I can hit the Chandelure for really good damage. I think I almost Oko the Komodo. Definitely if I ran Hurricane or Draco, but you know, we gotta bring the heat. Tentacruel, I'm kind of assuming for it to be like fast and bulky, but I'm pretty sure Acrobatics will do a decent amount of damage. I 2 KO Tapu Lele, I'm pretty sure. I have HP Ground, I'm running a Jolly Nature, but that's mainly just for the Magnezone. I could have ran Brick Break, but if he's not running AV, then HP Ground still does more than Brick Break. But if he is running AV, then I should have brought Brick Break. But hindsight is 2020. He has Honchkrow. I'm pretty sure I barely miss on the Oko with Sky Attack. Zoroark takes a lot. I could U-turn on that. I could Acrobatics on that. I can Sky Attack the Vikavolt. I can U-turn or Acrobatics the Ambipom as well as the Claydol. So this thing can do a lot of work. We're running 192 speed, Jolly, just enough for whatever his fastest Pokemon is, and I'm pretty sure it's the Ambipom. Yeah, it's the Ambipom. Yep, pretty sure. And then we're running max attack, and then the rest is in HP, 4 in defense, and 4 in Spadef, because, you know, we don't want to waste those. But next up, we're going to get right into our second mod. We have Justinian the Bibarel. Bibarel put in such the finest of work last week, and even Nick admits it, because we ran like a Spadef, Stealth Rock, Super Fang taunt set with Toxic, which completely almost killed his Porygon too, but, you know, I'm a bad player. But it's only leftovers with Simple. This time around, we're going to run an offensive SD set. We're at max HP, actually 232 to be exact, and then 16 in speed. I think I have 16 in speed because I'm bulky, because that's why I'm running most X HP. I think I have 16 in speed in case the Serena doesn't have any speed investment. So if it doesn't, because with Queenly Majesty, I get completely shut down by Quick Attack and Aqua Jet. And if it doesn't have speed investment on the Serena, I can speed creep it, like I'm pretty sure I did, and I could just kill it the return. But if I can get an SD up, like, I can do some massive work. I can +4 Aqua Jet the Lycanroc. I can Quick Attack or Aqua Jet the Gallade, Quick Attack the Komodo, Aqua Jet the Chandelure and the Crocodile, Aqua Jet or Quick Attack the Honchkrow, Aqua Jet the Magnezone. There's no Psychic Terrain, so I can definitely Aqua Jet the Tapu Lele, Quick Attack Tentacruel, Quick Attack Ambipom, Aqua Jet Claydol, and then Aqua Jet Quick Attack on Zoroark and Vikavolt. So I know I could have ran something else other than Return, but, you know, like, pretty sure base 85. I really don't know. But we're basically just going all out with this. Hopefully it puts in some work. I'm kind of not actually, now that I remember, I think I made this team like last second, because that was running on time. But next up we have Optimistic Golurk with the Cobra Berry. We have the Iron Fist. We got Earthquake, Ice Punch, Stealth Rocks, and Shadow Punch. 248 HP, 208 defense with an Impish Nature, 4 in attack, 4 in Spadef, 44 in speed. I forgot what I spread crept. I want to say it was in the Magnezone this time, maybe. But considering looking at his team, actually no, what am I talking about? Okay, he doesn't have Lycanroc Midnight. He has Lycanroc Dusk, and that's like one of the main reasons why I ran physically defensive Golurk, because that thing hits hard with the Stone Edge, and I really don't have much on my team to take that hit. So I have physically defensive Golurk. If he has Crunch, I have Cobra Berry, and there's a lot of things on his team can run Cobra Berry. For example, Crocodile would knock off or Pursuit. Gallade would knock off. I can get decent, a lot of damage off with Shadow Punch, especially as well as the Honchkrow. I can Ice Punch that if he goes for Night Slash. And then also Zoroark, I could also hit that for really good damage with an Earthquake. And maybe even Ambipom, that nigga's knockout too. So there's a lot of things that could really cripple my Golurk. But with the Cobra Berry and being physically defensive, I should be able to take any hit, at least get up my rocks, or at least get off some massive hit on something, and maybe put a dent in his team to where the rest of my mons can hopefully clean up. But next up we have Drape the Drapeon. We have the AV set with the Battle Armor, because we ain't getting critted. I don't want to be critted. We have PJ, Mass, we have Poison Jab, Knockoff, Pursuit, EQ, almost max attack, almost max speed. I'm pretty sure it's enough speed for Crocodile, I believe. But we don't really hit much with Crocodile, but like a knockoff on that thing would be great if he's not Scarfed. But this thing pretty much does decent work against his team. I kind of walled the Serena. I Pursuit Trap the Chandelure, so him bringing that is kind of unlikely. I have Earthquake for Tentacruel, Earthquake for Magnezone, and then so on and so on. Knockoff for Claydol. I could Poison Jab the Gallade, can knock off the Komodo, but I really don't want to be set up father either. I don't know. This is also pretty good to take on hits from the Tapu Lele if it ever becomes a problem, especially since we're running AV. Next up, we have Soldier Boy, the best Pokemon on the freaking team. I don't know why, but we're running a max HP, max Spadef set. 4 in defense, 4 special attack, Dazzling Gleam, Roost, Shadow Ball, T-Wave. I'm pretty sure I only have Shadow Ball just to deal with Claydol, Tapu Lele, and Chandelure better, considering that of those 3 that I mentioned, I mean, only one of them resists Dazzling Gleam, and that's Chandelure. Plus, I need some sort of switch in for Chandelure, and I can't really rely on Drapion because it's not really that bulky Spadef-wise, or just in general, unless it's a physical hit that's not EQ. But Roost for recovery, T-Wave for speed control if I can get something on the switch perhaps, and then Roost for reliable recovery. since I already have Golek as a Fizz wall, I'm pretty sure I can use Togekiss as a Spadef, and it'll be all good. But last but not least, we have the heat. We have more heat this week. We got Baldwin. There's a reason why I had to put A in the L. I know I spelled it wrong. We have Simisage with the Salic Berry with the Gluttony. If you don't know what that does, basically my berry pops when I'm at 50% or lower. We got Giga Drain, Focus Blast, Nasty Plot, and Disarming Voice. Max Speed, Max Special Attack, Timid Nature, Forward Spadef. This is basically to outspeed his base 100 mon being the Tentacruel. I doubt he's gonna run max speed, but regardless, actually I think this is like one of my BS sets that I ran at the last second. But I have Disarming Voice. If he doesn't run Soundproof on Komodo and I can kill with Disarming Voice, it's going to be like the best thing in the world. And I know Tentacruel gets Liquid Ooze, and I have Giga Drain, but you know what, we're just going to go with it. And if I do get my Salic Berry off, I can do great damage to the Crocodile, I can do great damage to Lycanroc Dusk, I can do great damage to the Claydol, I can Focus Blast the Magnezone, I can Disarming Voice the Honchkrow if I can get a Nasty Plot up. And Focus Blast hits the Serena pretty hard. The only thing is that I pretty much get walled by Vikavolt and Chandelure, but regardless of that, that is our team. And yep, that is our team. If you guys enjoyed, oh my god, we're gonna get right into this battle. Oh god, it's gonna be an interesting one, but I'll be right back and we'll get into this replay real quick. We are back with the battle. And as you can see on the screen, we do have the matchup right here up against JP, aka Darkstorm19. You know, that was freaking bars right there. But as you can see on your screen, he doesn't even bring the Komodo, which is pretty insane. Because I really wanted the Disarming Voice that thing, and I could have brought something else more useful. But nonetheless, that's just one Lester out the way. And yeah, there's the Lycanroc Dusk that I mistook for a Lycanroc Ignite. And not gonna lie, during the actual team like prep, like when I was there, I was thinking like, oh shoot, alright, Lycanroc Midnight, okay, this is not so bad. But then when we started the battle, I saw Dusk, I'm like, oh shoot, it said Dusk, not Midnight. I'm like, oh crap. So I'm kind of screwed. But other than that, we got right here, he's brought the Mega Gallade, the Crocodile, the Ambipom, Lycanroc Dusk, Honchkrow, and Tentacruel. So we got an interesting matchup here. As you can see, we're up against the Peniche, and I'm kind of nervous for this because he has a lot of threats, and pretty much everything on his team can run a Dark type move, and I don't know why, but as you guys go see, I will lead my Golurk, because at the time I was thinking like, okay, I have a Cobra Berry, I can pretty much live any hit from any Pokemon on his team, except Tentacruel, but other than that, I should be able to like either pressure something or get up rocks, which would be great. But here, I'm going to go for the Ice Punch, because here, I don't think, because during in the battle, I had the mindset like, okay, the only thing I can hit this thing with is either Earthquake, Shadow Punch, or Ice Punch. Shadow Punch is immune, and so it's either Earthquake or Ice Punch. But I wasn't thinking at the time of the perspective my opponent would have, thinking like, okay, he's probably gonna have Dynamic Punch because that's what Golurk usually runs. So predicting him to go into Honchkrow, I'm like, okay, maybe he's gonna go into Honchkrow because he doesn't want to take an Earthquake, so I'm gonna go for Ice Punch. So here, I'm gonna go for Ice Punch, but more than likely, I'm thinking like, okay, he's not gonna stay in because even if I'm not physically defensive and I'm not Cobra Berry, I take a knockoff like pretty well, and I OHKO with a Dynamic Punch. So I'm like, okay, he has to switch out. I'm gonna click Ice Punch. But here he stays in, and my Cobra Berry is gone, and he has Life Orb. I do go for the Ice Punch, and it does like 40%, and that's pretty unfortunate because I do lose my physically defensive wall's like main purpose to like knock out something else that's not the freaking monkey. But other than that, I'm like, okay, he's not gonna switch into Honchkrow now, so I'm gonna go for the Earthquake. He doesn't really have a good switch in general, and now that he knows that I don't really have Dynamic Punch, he'll probably go, I don't know, I'm just thinking like, okay, I'm gonna go for the Earthquake because I do kill. He does go for the U-turn, so it has more Life Orb damage. He goes into the Tentacruel, expecting the Ice Punch. We go for the Earthquake, and that's a straight knockout. And that is Simisage's worst, like, that's the biggest threat to Simisage gone right there. So here he brings in the Honchkrow, and it was at this moment that I realized that, oh shoot, since I don't have my Cobra Berry, Golurk just dies to a Night Slash, especially if it's Life Orb. Noivern can't take a Night Slash plus a Sucker Punch. Bibarel's gonna die to a Night Slash plus Brave Bird. Simisage is frail. Togekiss is especially defensive, not physically defensive, and Drapion can't take 2 Brave Birds, and I don't even OHKO it, so here I'm just going to go ahead and sack my Golurk. He does go for the Night Slash, which is pretty unfortunate because I really wanted this thing to do more work. And here he gets the Moxie Boost, and this is really bad for me because, like I said before, basically at this point I have to rely on my Noivern. As you guys already know, we do have Sky Attack, so here I am going to go for the Sky Attack. But the thing is that if he's Jolly Sucker Punch, a +1 Sucker Punch Life Orb doesn't OHKO me. I'm pretty sure. But if he's Adamant, then he does have a really good chance to kill me. So here I'm gonna go for Sky Attack, but he doesn't reveal the Sucker Punch. I barely missed out on the OHKO. Like, I'm pretty sure it was a roll. But here, I just died to a Brave Bird. He doesn't have Sucker Punch apparently, and he was Jolly. So I'm pretty sure I lived that anyway, and I'm pretty sure it would have been a double down. But regardless, we're now 4-4, and it's only turn 5. So here I bring in my Drapion, because Drapion kind of does well against this whole team. If he brings in the Crocodile while I brought in Drapion, I could have just went into like Togekiss. If he went for knockoff, that's fine. Honestly, it didn't matter. It didn't really matter to me whether or not I lost my leftovers. But I thought going to Drapion was pretty good, because it's literally the only thing that can take a hit from Ambipom pretty well. But here, I'm going to make a very interesting play, and I'm pretty sure, I want to say it was a really great play. So here, I'm going to predict the Fake Out, and I'm going to go into my Simisage. And because how frail Simisage is, I take over 50%, but because of my Gluttony and my Salac Berry, I do boost my speed. I dove for the Giga Drain, not over predict and click Nasty Ply, and I do get rid of the Ambipom. So now here he brings in the Crocodile. I am +1 speed. If he Scarf, it doesn't matter. I do a lot with Giga Drain. Unfortunately, Giga Drain doesn't OHKO the Crocodile, and if I had Leaf Storm, it would OHKO. But regardless, I'm going to go for my Giga Drain, hope for a crit. I don't. I get like the absolute max roll. And he has Fire Fang. I don't know why this thing has Fire Fang. Like, why? The only thing that's weak to fire on my team is this monkey, the Metagross, and the Galvantula. Metagross just automatically loses to Crocodile. And unless he packed Fire Punch for Galvantula, which doesn't make any sense because, one, Knockoff does a lot, Earthquake does a lot. Those are both neutral plus stab, whereas Simisage still takes a lot from a Knockoff. Like, come on now. I don't know why he ran Fire Fang. But regardless, if I had Leaf Storm, I could have OHKO'd this thing straight up. But here I'm going to go for Giga Drain, get like 2% back. And we're sitting pretty well. This Simisage with the Salac Berry, Gluttony, oh my god, into the Fake Out. Oh, I gotta say that's like all time, that's like best play of this whole entire game, I swear. But here I'm going to sack off my Simisage. He obviously has the Accelerock, and if he didn't, I just straight up OHKO'd this thing. But here I'm going to go into my Drapion, and I does go for the Drill Run, but thanks to my Battle Armor, I am not going to get critted today, no sir, and I am able to get a crucial 81% off on this Lycanroc Midnight, oh my god, Dusk. But thanks to the Battle Armor, there was no chance of a crit, so I guarantee got an Earthquake off on something. And yeah, I'm basically just going to lose my Drapion here. I basically don't really need it. Why did I say basically twice? But here I'm going to go into my Barrel, and I'm going to take a huge risk at this point. So here at this point, I'm thinking like, okay, I didn't see any boosting item because I didn't see Life Orb. He's probably Expert Bell. He's maybe Stone Plate. If he's just max attack Jolly, then I could take a Stone Edge plus an Accelerock with my max HP Barrel. If he is boosted in any way for Rock type moves like Stone Plate or whatever boosts or Heartstone or some crap, then I'm pretty sure Stone Edge plus Accelerock does kill me. So here I'm gonna make a risky play. Either he stays in, clicks Stone Edge, Either he stays in, clicks Stone Edge, and predicts my SD, or he's gonna switch on to Gallade, or predicting my Aqua Jet, which does nothing. So here I'm gonna take a huge risk. He's gonna go for Stone Edge. He does land it. We do take it, and he's not boosted anyway. I go for SD on +4, and now I can go for Aqua Jet. I know this thing has Accelerock, but here I'm gonna go for the Aqua Jet. And it looks like we're about to win, but he has the freaking Rocky helmet. And I was so confused by this, because, like, I was like, okay, we lit the Accelerock, sweet, I can click Aqua Jet, and the thing dies. So I skipped the turn, and it took me a while to process it, but I realized that my barrel's dead. And I was like, wait, I had to go back to the text and be like, what the heck just happened? I thought I killed it. And I see Rocky Helmet, I'm like, oh wow, he wasn't boosted item, but he was Rocky Helmet. So legit. I don't know why he ran Rocky Helmet. I don't know if it was like a Fizz Def set or some crap, or just for the barrel. But honestly, if he didn't have Rocky Helmet, I would have gotten a +4 Aqua Jet on the Gallade, which would have done at least 50% or something around there. I would have died from the whatever move he went for. I would have gone into Togekiss, take a hit, assuming he goes for Ice Punch and doesn't freeze me. Assuming he doesn't go for Ice Punch and freeze me, I click Dazzling Gleam that turn and I just win. But because I had because the barrel died to freaking Rocky Helmet, Lycanroc, Dusk, I had to bring in my Togekiss. I do not live an Ice Punch. I do not live 2 Ice Punches or 2 Poison Jabs unless I outspeed. And because I'm SPDEF, I don't take either. If I was FizzDef, I would have taken 2 comfortably, like easy. But I'm not. So here he's gonna Mega Evolve. He's going for the Ice Punch, and thankfully he doesn't have Poison Jab, because here I'm gonna go for the T-Wave. I do land it, thankfully, and because I now outspeed, I can click Roost, and this is pretty Gucci. He goes for Ice Punch. I do lose my Flying typing, and here I do outspeed. I'm going for my Dazzling Gleam. Pretty much get 3/4 of his health gone. He does get paralyzed, and that is GG to JP. Darkstorm 19 taking this Dazzling Gleam. Oh, bars. I'm sorry. Such clean bars. I'm sorry. Oh my god. But GG to JP, coach of the Peniche Primarinas. Like I said at the beginning of this video, if he does have a Twitter or a YouTube, I'm going to try and find him. I'm going to try and ask him. I'm going to try to ask everyone at like midnight if he has a freaking Twitter or something. I'll try. I mean, like, it probably won't be in there immediately. By the time you're watching this, or the time you're hearing this, it's probably not there right now. So bear with me. But other than that, we do pick up a W in week 2. Really close 1-0. Not at least a 2-0 to make it neutral, but we are 1-1 -1. We lost 2-0 in the first week, and we won 1-0 in the second week. So just based off these 2 matches, we're going to have some really close games in the season. We're going to have some really close games in the season. At least in my perspective anyway, considering like how I prep and considering the mons I use, because I don't really use OP mons. I kind of use some like really bad mons and like middle average mons, and I try to make it work, and thankfully I did make it work. Like, for God's sake, I use a freaking Babero. I've never used Babero. I ran a SPDEF set last week, and I ran a freaking offensive set this week. But other than that, I'm just happy we got a W. We're now 1-1 -1, like I said. But thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are still here. This was GlitchXCity here, and I'll see you guys in the next encounter.